Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. And this video is about my meme GVG build for my auto attack Rune Knight. Take note guys, that this build is just created for the sole purpose of enjoyment and not for the competitive scene. Meaning that this build might not or will never work if you plan on playing competitively. So it is more like for those old guys who are just playing to chill and relax, yet still want to feel some action while playing Ragnarok Mobile Classic. Alright, since everything is already clear, then let's jump right into the video.
Els Gaming TV.
So first, we're going to talk about stats. Since the gameplay of this build involves diving into a lot of crowds, then our priority would be vitality and intelligence. This will give you a lot of survivability, because those two stats will increase your health points as well as physical and magical defense. The good thing about this is that vitality and intelligence also affect your DPS because of Call of Justice and Enchant Blade. So investing in those two stats will also help you to deal more damage. After that, you can put some agility for you to reach max attack speed and gain a little bit of flee that will help you reach some gear effect requirements. Then next will be balancing your remaining stats to strength and luck. Just keep in mind that you need to focus more on luck stats compared to strength, since you will need at least 180 critical rate or more in full buffs for you to hit a target in GVG. Alright, next will be gears. For my offhand, I choose Vinct Bracelet, since it gives a decent amount of critical stats. Another thing is that Vinct gives a lot of penetration that will help us deal more damage. For its enchantment, it's best to get armor breaking with PDI or CDI on the third line for more DPS. But I'm currently using Tenacity since I have bad luck in enchants. I will change it to armor breaking once I get more resources. For my armor, I choose Goibne since this will help me tank more damage during GVG. The added ghost and neutral damage reduction provided by this armor will give us a lot of survivability against DPS classes such as Wizard and Shura. This armor also gives a lot of vitality that will sync with our Call of Justice skill and a huge amount of HP that will serve as an all-rounder defense stat. For its enchant, it's best that we choose Sharp with PDI or CDI on the third line for more damage output. Next are garments and shoes. For those two, we will be using the same regular gear that full DPS auto attack Rune Knight uses, since we still need to deal damage in this meme build. So we will go undershirt for more flee and auto attack damage, then rune boots for more attack and magic attack multiplier. The ideal enchant for those two would be Divine Blessing for more magic damage reduction and CDI or PDI for the third line. For the accessories, it's best to use 2 pieces of EOD plus 15 for the hidden penetration or 2 pieces of Orleans gloves for a more budget-friendly approach. You can also use 1 fairy in the bottle if you think that you can always proc its effect. For the enchantment, I choose Tenacity with CDI or PDI third line since this will help us tank more physical damage. Another thing is that Tenacity's critical stats will help us achieve 180 and above critical rate for us to hit our targets. For the weapon, of course, we will use Holy Avenger, but we can choose between Sharp Blade or Tenacity enchant. If you feel that your DPS is lacking too much, then getting Sharp Blade with CDI on the third line will definitely help you increase your damage output. But for me, I need more defensive traits since I'm the sole tank of my team and we're running a 3-man no support setup. That's why I choose Tenacity with CDI or PDI in the third line. By the way guys, the reason why I'm not putting any resistance on my gear and enchants is because I'm looking forward to the Oracle Mirror feature. There's no guarantee that this feature will be added to the game, but I'm still believing that one day that feature will be added to Ragnarok Mobile Classic, and I will just mirror the meteorite armor effect for me to get the resist stats I need for this build. For the headgears, you can just use anything that will suit your playstyle, but be sure to get Zeal 4 enchant on your headwear and mouth, then Sharp Blade 4 on your tail. If you think that you need more damage, then getting Sharp 4 on your backwear will definitely help you increase your DPS. But if you think that you're already good with your damage, then Blasphemy 4 will increase your tankiness against skills by a lot. So next will be the cards. For the offhand, my goal is to get Snake Gorgon for more HP multiplier and skill damage reduction. This will help me survive those huge damage bursts from meta classes. But for now, what I'm using is Lewdstar for more magic reduction. For the armor, my plan is to get a Garm card to add another layer of defense for physical classes, or Therafrag for more demi-human reduction. For the garment, it's best that we get the Hygoon Star card for more critical stats, but for now what I'm using is the Dark Acolyte, since having that auto light shield helps me tank ranged attacks. For the shoes, I'm looking forward to getting the Moonlight card for more mobility or Wasteland Lord card for more defensive stats. However, I'm just using Ferris since I still don't have those MVP cards. For accessories, I'm planning to use one Osiris for more HP and one Harong Star for sight, but what I'm using now is Kobold card for more critical stats. For my weapon, I'm currently using Double Hydra card for more damage output, but my goal is to get Stormy and Bloody Knight card for crowd control. Lastly, for the headwear, I'm saving up all my resources for Audhumbla, since I need a lot of penetration for this build to work, but right now I'm using Andre Star card for that 3% pen. Alright, now that we're done with the cards, we will now proceed with skills. This is actually self-explanatory. That's why I will just run it down for you, and you can pause if you want to copy the skill allocation. By the way, if you have more Zenny budget for GVG, then it's best to get Power of Rune instead of Dragon Howling, since Dragon Howling is just for situational purposes. For the Master skill, you can prioritize maxing out Dragon Contract to automatically generate Sword Aura much faster and Token Finale for more auto attack range. After that, you can max out Retainer's Weapon for more damage output and Royal Pardon for lifesteal. So the next one is Aesir. At this point of the game, you can just light up every node, but if you still don't have that much contribution, then prioritize Enchant Blade Transformed, Auto Attack Empower, Sword Mastery Empower, Aura Blade Empower, One Hand Quicken Proficiency, and Head Crush Proficiency for more damage output. But once you have more contribution, then getting Concentration Alert and Sink or Swim Steadfast will help you negate those negative effects of your own buffs. Also, don't forget Heart of Steel nodes, since it will be your best defensive skill when diving into huge crowds during GVG. Okay, so next will be Praying cards and Guild Blessing. It is best to max all of the available usable stats in here, but if you don't have enough budget like me, then what I highly suggest is to prioritize Penetration, Demi-Human damage, Crit damage, Magic attack, Physical attack, and Refine attack for the offensive cards. Magic defense percent, physical and magic reduction, neutral damage reduction, and max HP for the defensive cards. And holy damage and all elemental reduction for the elemental cards. For the Guild Blessing, you can prioritize the Res Blessing, Wise Blessing, and Combat Blessing for more damage output. Alright, so right now we will proceed with the Equipment's Memory. For this one, I will only advise the first 2 levels since I still don't have access to the 3rd line. So for Rejuvenating Galaxy, I choose Magic Attack and Magic Defense percent for more damage output. Keep in mind that Magic Defense also increases our damage because of our skill Sink or Swim. For the Sakure's Legendary Memory 1, I choose Critical and Flee, since I need to hit 180 and above critical stats to be able to hit my targets, and Flee for me to have 500 total Flee to enable Vinx's Bracelet passive effect. So for Sakure's Legendary Memory 2, I choose Crit Damage because I need more damage multipliers and Magic Defense percent to boost my Sink or Swim. Last would be Skill Inheritance. For this one, what I chose was Magic Rod, since it will help me evade magical damage. But to be honest, the real reason was I just actually want to feel that I'm deflecting magic like this guy. Kidding aside, Magic Rod will definitely give a good amount of survivability for this build, that's why I choose it over other offensive skills. Then I will also use Human's Heartlight for more PvP damage reduction. So that's pretty much it. Keep in mind that this is only a meme build, that's why I will only work for those people who want to chill and play for their own enjoyment. This setup is not suitable for competitive guilds, and you might want to consider building a PvE setup first before doing this kind of stuff. Also, just a quick tip, the most important thing for you to know as an auto-attack Rune Knight will be knowing how to use the MDef switch and when to use Heart of Steel. To be honest, I'm still not good at using those two because this is the first time I've used auto-attack Rune Knight in Ragnarok Mobile since I was a Stellar Hunter back then. But with more practice, I'm sure that we will be able to perform well once we've already mastered using the class itself. And don't forget to unlock all job classes since it will give you a lot of raw stats for us to maximize the potential of this meme build. For those players who are asking if I'm a whale, then the answer is no. I only purchased Khafra 2 and never bought any other packages aside from that. You can check it here in my Big Cat credit card. If you want to check out how this build performs in casual GVG, then you can go to my channel and look for our 3 vs Guilds challenge videos. So that's all for today, and thanks for watching. Peace!